Hey everybody, and welcome back to Emerald Coast. We're here in day 3 of early summer, still in our second year of course, and we're hauling a load of milk down here to the sell point. And we also have got a helper over on field 2, spraying some fertilizer down, because we're going to put some corn in the ground today. Gotta make sure that we are ready to go, because if you look at our forecast up here, as you know, we've had clear skies all summer long so far, all the way into the 6th day of summer. It's Tuesday, but the next 4 days after that, we're going to have 3 days of rain, 1 day of sunshine, and we basically have till the 12th day. Well, we've got until, we've got till day 8 to put soybeans in the ground. Went and missed my turn. So we've got until day 8 to put beans in the ground, if we're going to put beans in the ground. So with rain on days 7 and 8, might not have an opportunity to get those 3 fields harvested, 18, 19, and 22. Oh, and 9 also, these 4 fields. May not have an opportunity to get those 4 fields harvested and turned around as a result of that rain. Just going to have to kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. We also have a great demand for wool. We took 2 pallets of wool down, made about $20,000 to make some good money here with our milk. Until we buy more cows, we're not going to have too much milk to sell. Trying to 2 days. And 2 game days is going to be when we're going to pick up our cows. $9,000. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So on day 5, on Monday, we're going to basically be picking up a whole bunch of cows. And I think that might also be when we're selling our soybeans. I'm gonna have to check on that. Let's check actually right now. Soybeans. Tomorrow is the day we need to be selling our beans. Another good reason to go ahead and start putting some corn in the ground now, as opposed to be waiting until the last day of the planting schedule. There are other things that may creep in. Pretty sure we're going to have to care for our animals tomorrow. It's going to take a good chunk of the morning. And we're going to have to, I guess, start hauling some soybeans. And let's drop our kid. We had put our fertilizer spreader here. We had borrowed from the bulk seed and fertilizer place. We had parked it right here along the side of the road, because when we were done with it, the gates were closed. We just parked it alongside of the road, but let's go ahead and park it inside. We're not going to need it for a little while. In fact, we've got our case 5150 over on field 2 right now, spraying fertilizer. Like I said earlier, it's going to get us up to 2 layers of fertilization on that field. Put granular down. Then we came in and cultivated up the field. Now we're putting liquid down. Then we're going to work that in with our seeder, our planter. Then we'll come by once the corn pops up out of the ground. We'll come by and pick that up. Not pick it up, but we'll come by and spray it in the field. Basically, we'll come by and spray it once it pops up out of the ground for a 3rd time. We're going to go ahead and take this milk tanker back and hop in our truck and come on down here and see about relieving our sprayer and finish that field up ourselves. I think we're going to come over and finish and spray real quick field 10. Then we'll come back to the main arable farm, get our planter. It should be full of seed at this point. See about getting field 2 planted with corn. That is the goal for the day. The 63 Piggly Wigglies, those little guys are reproducing pretty steady. I'm expecting we'll probably have 75, maybe 80 pigs come the end of autumn. Sheep are done at this point. Slowly putting out a little bit of wool. Not a lot going on there. Of course, just 20 cows. We're barely getting a trickle of milk at this point because our cows are also reproducing, and most of the milk is going towards weaning those calves. At this point. We're gonna take a shortcut, shoot through the cow barn here. Path worn down. Cut through here to get to our other building. Park our tractor here. Run around our pickup truck. All right. Let's see here. Got what? 332 liters in our spray tank. I don't know if we're going to have enough to spray that other field in the tank. We might as well just worry about putting corn in field 2 at this point. If we're going to have to go all the way back to the farm to put liquid fertilizer in the tank, and then drive all the way over here to field 10, we're going to be wasting a fair bit of time just in doing that. Parker there. Street here. Like he might be just about done. A couple more passes. And you can see we are not putting any compaction down. That is because we have fairly dry soil. And you can see we put doubles on the front and the back on this tractor to maximize our footprint. We are doing the best we can to not compact the soil, because we can actually plant this without too much compaction. Then we can come back and spray this field a second time before we get rain. Then we should do pretty good with our harvest as far as our yields. You have a little bit of compaction on the ends here where we had to make our turns. Cultivated the soil on the ends, then we came in and cultivated the middle. Of course, we had to make turns at either end of the field, and that's where the pink has come from for that particular part of the field. Not really sure where that one little strip on the side there came from. Of course, the triangle field, the grass field, has got light compaction. There isn't anything we can do about that without cultivating the grass up, and basically then we'd have to plant grass, wait for it to grow. Just about fill this, empty this tank here. Let's go ahead and take this across the street. We're gonna go ahead and fill this up too. They will be ready to go after we get done this field putting corn. And I think tomorrow still need to take that mixer over to the fertilizer place. Here's we have remiss on returning that thing. Guess nobody's needed it. They haven't called us about it. See how much fertilizer we do have. We still got 30,000 liters. Plenty. Put this here. Here. When I was bringing that planter back, the little front, little light on the front. Let's go ahead and up a front weight. Up. Turn around here. Still a little light, but we are on our action. And we're still listing it no compaction. That'll be pretty cool. Now when we lower our seeder or planter, we might have some compaction there as a result of the planter itself running across the ground. Not much we can really do about that. Shut this gate. Okay. See what's this now. Good compaction. All right. Sweet deal. Can't get some corn in the ground, right? I'm not really sure how much, how many times we're gonna have to fill this planter up, but I did go and get some bulk seed in our pickup truck, and it's up over at the cow farm because we've got the skid steer up there. If we do need to fill this, and it is past closing time on our bulk seed shop, then we'll be able to fill up the planter up at the main farm, the cow farm that is. This should make fairly quick work of this field. Like I said, we're going to do field 10, just like we did this one. We're going to spray fertilizer on it, then we're going to put corn in the ground, and do field 12 the exact same way. Between now and the end of the day tomorrow, we're going to need to get all 3 fields planted in corn. We can get ourselves a little bit of a corn harvest this fall. Then once midsummer comes, we've got to get cows. Got to get the barley off the field, or the wheat and barley off those other fields, and see if we can't turn those fields around for soybeans. But of course, we've got that rain got to deal with, and we've also got that field of poplar to get. And once late summer comes rolling around, we're gonna probably be back over in the grass business, except this time we're gonna make some hay, some hay bales, and we'll probably have plenty of hay bales for our cows. We'll have to assess once we get our 100 more cows how much 120 cattle we're going to need between now and next summer. But I'm expecting that it's quite possible that even this this cut of hay may very well be destined for the compost master, which I have to say is I'm pretty glad. I've been watching One Lonely Farmer, and he does basically does hay. It's pretty much his crop. He does a bunch of hay baling and hay processing up in New Jersey. and a lot of the hay that he works and bales ultimately goes to two different places. One goes to mushroom farms that actually grow mushrooms for consumer use. And then the other location he sends a lot of his hay to is actually to compost facilities to actually make compost. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and to some degree validated the storyline that we've been bringing grass down, or we took some old hay over to the compost facility. So that was kind of cool, where we had reality mirroring the kind of storyline that we were working with. So that's pretty cool. That me making that up isn't really that far from reality. Trying to bring out the GPS. Lock it in and let it go. Jump in cab here. A little quieter this way. So guys, this week we've had 2 videos come out in Farm Sim Giants related to Farm Sim 19. First video was showing off a new manufacturer in the forestry area. Not much real groundbreaking that I could see there. Looked like, lots of people have said, it looks just like a reskinned Scorpion King. But we do now have another brand for forestry. So if you didn't like the Scorpion King for some reason, you don't like the company, there's another player in that area of the game. But the other video that came out was a bit more interesting, in my opinion. It showed a lot of vehicles that we haven't necessarily seen already. Saw a 6R John Deere. Saw the combo self-propelled sprayer and fertilizer spreader from the Platinum Pack. Seen another item from the Platinum Pack. Looks like it's going to make its way into base of 19. Saw a plow. I think we saw an Amazon cultivator and other odds and ends. But some of the other things that we saw were really interesting details. Well, we did see the cotton harvester unloading its module of cotton. It's just looks like a big giant square of cotton. Then we saw a module trailer come in and back up and load up that module. That's how we're going to be transporting our cotton out of the field. And the truck that was pulling that trailer was a very American looking truck, possibly Kenworth-ish in style or shape, or even Peterbilt-ish in style or design. But on the back, a detail that I noticed on the back, there was a fan running on the back of the sleeper, kind of the air conditioner, if you will, running. Thought that was pretty interesting and cool detail. We did see a tracked Challenger in the game, and it kind of it showed a close-up of the Challenger, and you could see through the mesh on the front grille. You could see the radiator fan rotating in there, and you could see a little other details about the back firewall, the engine compartment, some minor details on the engine itself. So that was pretty cool. And we've seen a few other characters, farmers. Talked about having multiple styles of farmers, multiple appearances that you can pick, like different hairstyles, different maybe hair color, and other things like that. So we saw a couple different, I think we saw a few different options for the male farmer also in that video. And then later Friday, we got 4 more fact sheets. I don't really remember the exact details on the fact sheets. A couple forestry bits were in there, and that's about all I remember off the top of my head on those. So I'm sure there was other farm equipment there. It's just I'm not remembering it at the moment. But I can tell you that everything that keeps coming out is just reaffirming that I feel that basically I did not in any way make a mistake by ordering FS17 right away before really seeing too much about it, because nothing that I have seen has been in any way negative. Nothing I've seen has been like, oh really, they did that? Maybe the deal with the tractor tires not really looking like they did any tire deformation. But again, that was pre-build. It's kind of still a development build. So kind of hoping that that aspect just wasn't really fine-tuned at that point, and that we'll see more details forthcoming on things like that. Because it does appear that with this build of 19, that they are taking a bit more seriously simulator aspect, the realism aspect, a little bit more. It's not. It's still not super hardcore realistic simulation, but it is fairly good at that at achieving a realistic-ish behavior. Standpoint of same point really needing to appeal to all audiences they're trying to appeal to. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do an up pass. We're going to turn around and come right back down there in that empty lane, and then we're going to run up to the cow farm, fill up with seed, and probably say goodbye at that point. Come back down here, finish this field up. See, we're putting corn in it. I don't know what we're going to do when we come back together. Might be buying cows at that point. Not really sure. Probably will be buying cows or doing something that we haven't done recently. Okay, sometimes I really don't know what I'm going to be doing from one video to the next. Just kind of wing it. Other times I've kind of got the next 4 or 5 videos planned out and have a good idea of what's going to go on. You know, there is a fair bit of work. That still needs to be done around here. Fair bit of repetitive work. Work that we've already kind of done. But we don't need to put another video about. But at the same point, and at some point in time, we're gonna basically have shown everything at least once. And I can't really just then say, oh look, and have like, one whole game year in the course of one video. So it's kind of a balance, what I try to do. I don't want to flood you with 50 videos per game year. Or one, we'd never be done. Two, you all would never watch all of them. But I'm trying to find a decent balance here of how many videos per season. Clearly we've got a lot going on here in early summer, midsummer, trying to get that corn and soybeans in the ground. Late summer, it's probably going to be boring. It's probably just going to be grass work. Mowing and baling. Might do one video for late summer, but we're already on our fourth video for early summer. So, been given some pretty positive comments related to format and how things are progressing. So I'm hoping that is continuing. Made some pretty significant expansions to our equipment here on the farm, all thanks to the compost master in helping us have an available source of income. We pretty much sold all of our crops minus the soybeans. We're going to sell them tomorrow. Been holding on to them until we had a decent opportunity to make a good profit. Let's say we have that now. Let's unfold this just so we can get access to all the boxes. Cut off that. Come on over here and jump in our Bobcat. And we'll get our bucket, which is right in here. Oh. So we are warping all. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, wait. Uh-oh. Bad things are happening here. Bad things are happening here. Alright, well, I might have to deal with this. And, get this taken. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. I'm going to say adios for now. Well, I'll tell you all the fun stories about this probably when we get back. So until next time, guys, happy farming.